It's gonna be Sunday. It's going down.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Hey, y'all got your menus ready? Y'all got your menus ready?
What you talking about? Okay, all this food or
Yeah, your
all right.
menu for the Super Bowl. What you
Oh,
bringing? Renee's having one, man. I wish I could make it, but I
Be
got
Sunday.
invited
It's
to some
going
other ones.
down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Hey,
Yeah.
y'all got your menus ready?
I'm going to a party, so we'll see. But I don't have to even bring anything, so we'll see.
Yeah, I got to respond to Renee because I think I'm gonna go. You know, Cordell having something over at his place at club, so I think I need to be there since we doing our thing.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be in the crowd with people from Philadelphia.
Yeah, man, I might wear my Falcon stuff up in there. You know, I don't feel like it. Either way, I don't care which of these teams win. If Philly win, I got to deal with Cordell and all them Philly folk. If Kansas City win, we got to deal with Ernest Big Mouth. So you know,
Ernest and Bobby. One of
oh,
them.
Bobby is Bobby a KC fan now?
Well, he's after his team Denver, but yeah, you know, you see him bragging on in my yeah, he's a KC fan.
Okay, so he on that bandwagon also.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, he can get to be pretty bad on that line when they rolling.
Had he been a KC fan, or did he start when they started winning with Mahomes?
Yeah, that's the most of it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on
Right.
but I don't know that, you know, that part I don't know. You know, was the I would think it most to do with the Mahomes thing. That's what I would think.
Right.
I mean, even
even before that, but KC was one of those original teams back in the day. That was before our time, though.
KC always been my team when I was between KC and the Dolphins.
Yeah,
okay.
And Johan was my boy.
Y'all remember Hank Stram? Y'all remember Hank Stram and them boys when they won that Super Bowl?
Yeah.
One of the guys, Pitts, from that Super Bowl ended up being our elementary school teacher in his off season. That's back when they had to work in the off season. Yeah,
man, that's crazy.
Oh, really? Okay.
They had some nice players on those old Kansas City teams back in the day, man.
John
what was that linebacker?
Yeah, Johan Stilleru and
was it Lanier? Willie Lanier?
Curly Cup.
Willie
Lanier.
Yeah, so they were some bad boys back in the day.
Yeah,
and you know what? Check this out. This is the crazy part. It's only a few stadiums got that old school feel to it, you know, where it's outside, the fans all in, like Kansas City, Green Bay, places like that. You go Buffalo, places you go to, that's that old school football. It ain't commercialized, it ain't no corporate sponsors. It's like boom, we going to watch the game, we're gonna have a good time.
Right.
They say that volume level, that loud, the audible in Kansas City, they say, man, it's so that they said that's probably one of the loudest places you ever play in.
I was about to say they have some rabid fans out there. KC and Denver used to be a huge rivalry. That's why I'm surprised Bobby is rooting for KC. That used to be a huge rivalry.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, two outdoor teams, you know.
Hey, man, what y'all think about Kirk Cousins admitting that he was hurt? And I guess he lied. We don't know whether he lied or Raheem lied saying he wasn't hurt. But did y'all hear, if you listen to 92.9, they had D. Orlando Ledbetter, who's the beat reporter for the HAC for the Falcons. He tried to interview Kirk down at the Super Bowl. They were down at some function and the media was invited. And Kirk's people wouldn't. They was like, "Hey, no media, no, we not." It was like, "Look, Procter and Gamble, who held the event, invited us here, invited the media here." You know, he got on somebody's show and admitted all of this stuff, but he wouldn't talk to the beat reporter from the Atlanta Journal and Constitution.
And him and D-Leg got a relationship, man. That's like, you know, somebody you know every day you work with. I mean, and now you're gonna get in front of everybody else in front of them. No, that's disrespectful, man. D-Led say, I feel some kind of way, you know, because he just basically said, forget you, you know?
Yeah. D-Led sounded like he was pissed off, didn't
he? Yeah, that didn't make him happy at all, man. I mean, because I mean, this is somebody, you know, it ain't like you don't know him, you know, at all the, from what I hear, all the press conferences when the Falcons have press conferences up at Flowery Branch, D-Led is the man. He always go first. They're like, he started off, you know, boom. Everybody knows who D-Led is. So you're going to get up at the Super Bowl and play this man like that?
Hey, but so like I said on the group.
Well, he got at this point, the politics of it, like,
yes,
they probably don't talk. Yeah, you know, so
he's trying to get his next job.
Yeah.
But
so,
I mean, what do y'all think about that though?
Who is D-Led?
D-Led is the beat reporter for the Atlanta Journal and Constitution who covers the Falcons. Do y'all think? I mean, either way, the coaching staff should have known he was hurt. We all knew he was hurt.
I don't know how. I don't know. I don't even know how much thought I'm putting into it because I can't fathom that quarterbacks coach, offensive coordinator, head coach, players, and all that could see him hurt in practice every day, and nobody and word don't leak out, and they all the whole organization put up with it. It was that obvious to me. I mean, he's still got to throw to the running backs in practice. He still got to throw to the wide receivers and all that stuff. So I don't know what to think.
Well,
the whole organization would be fool if he was doing that, and everybody's sitting there watching it and thinking he's gonna go out there and beat teams like the Denver Broncos if he was that hurt. So that part of it don't match up. So I don't know. I just don't. I mean, I don't know which way you think.
Yeah, because we knew that something was wrong.
Yeah,
I remember we all said that. Yeah, you right.
I don't know. But part of his problem is he was making bad decisions though. That was the biggest thing.
Some of us said that was coming but man, I remember saying.
I know you said it. Al definitely said it.
Al said the velocity. Yeah. Al was talking about that velocity of that ball coming out.
I'm trying to find. Yeah, I'm trying to find this thing where they said in one game his ball was the slowest in like 20-something years.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah.
Y'all listening out there on YouTube land, remember Alfonso Amaysn called this thing out.
You had him immobile. You had him making bad decisions. You know,
bad decision. I kept saying he was playing like
late. You know,
playing timid. He was real timid.
Yep, shit, you said it. Yep, sure did.
And I was saying that the head coach looked like he was disengaged on what was going on the field.
Look it up there at the what's called.
I'm like, what is his damn problem?
And you know the defense always knew it because they always turned their back on him because they knew he wasn't running.
Man, look, that was so easy for the other team's defense to defend him, man. I mean, look, and they knew all they had to do was rush him because he wasn't gonna come out that pocket. If that pocket collapsed, bro, it's over.
And they showed the excerpt of that one play where he took off and ran for about 11 yards. And he was moving pretty good. And I was like, where the hell is that at all the time? You know what I'm saying? You standing there letting somebody sack you, 300 pounds fall on top of you. Take off and run. Damn, run for your life or something.
Well, and Ernest, he didn't even move. Remember that song? Move to the left, do to the right. He didn't even do that. Man. He just stood there. Come on.
I didn't find the whole story, but I did see this thing.
Okay.
Where it said, hold on, I don't know why is that saying that you are screen shit. Get out the way. It says Kirk Cousins became the first QB in the next generation stats era to not throw a pass over 36 miles per hour in a game. Okay.
Wow. Minimum 12.
I forget. I don't know what game this was. I'll find that later for you guys. But that's what I kept referring to. The first quarterback in not throw a pass over 36 miles per hour. Okay.
Hey, man.
Wow.
Hey, guys, with a pad going that slow, I don't want us to jump that route.
I know that's right.
Hey, after falling down.
Come on, man. Ernest, we can jump that route.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. That's crazy.
So that's why go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. I was just saying his credibility. Now when the reporters look at him, you know, they're gonna say, we know you can tell us a lie while smiling. Yeah.
And you said it to his credibility, bro. That you just said something there, bro. That right there. I mean, and I hate to say this, you know, well, how'd I put this? Yeah, he's like a little shyster, like somebody up there, you know, in politics. He's like a politician.
And the competence of the
what about the coaching staff though?
That's what I was saying.
Everybody, not just him.
Got in front of the mic every week and said there was no problems.
Yeah. Whether he admitted he was hurt or not, like Mike was saying earlier, they should have seen that in practice.
Yeah,
we all saw it. I mean, come on,
yeah.
You know, and Raheem just trotting that man out. We were 6-3. They did not take him out to, I think we were 6-7, right? And had lost the division lead.
Right.
God.
5 games later.
5 games.
I mean, 4 games later.
Right.
Y'all know what?
Part of it was that we weren't that good to begin with, you know, and we ran into a tougher part of the schedule. Yeah. But we weren't when we won a lot of games against the our division early in the year, and those games ran out. Okay.
But we were getting better.
We beat some tough teams. I mean, we beat Philly. We came close to a bogus call in the Kansas City game to at least having a chance to beat Kansas City. You know, so
we on the edge of having an excellent record, man.
Yeah, Philly was one of those things that kind of happened that we caught them at the right time. But
that's all football, though, man.
Right, it's still a win. How they say a win is a win.
Here's my thing. That's not true. We all know that there, because some teams are better than others. Okay, you go into Kansas City and beat Kansas City during a playoff run. That's not the same as beating some other jive team. But when we had 6 wins, 4 of them were against our division teams. Okay, and the division wasn't that good. Schedule caught up, you know. We had a big win against Philly.
Think about it though.
I will even say this: if Kurt was still playing at the level that he was playing when we were winning those games, we probably could have won at least two of those.
I believe that. Yeah.
And if they had to replace, if they had to put Koo on the injury reserve and replaced him with somebody who could kick a field goal,
exactly,
we would have won a couple more games. So we're a team.
It's going back like the guy said, those coaching moves. Okay. The coaches didn't make the moves they should have made.
We had 2 wins against Tampa Bay. We had a win against Carolina and a win against New Orleans in our first 6 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, and that's who we played.
Okay, I'm saying that was the easy schedule. We beat Philly, but we weren't.
But look, the games that we lost, man, those were winnable games, man. It was just bad decisions we made, not pulling people when they should have been pulled.
Kurt didn't play. I'm saying Kurt didn't play well, but we probably
lost some games too, man.
Yes.
Yeah. We got beat down by the Broncos, you know.
That one we got beat down, man.
And Minnesota,
Seattle, okay.
Yeah, those 3.
You know, you got beat pretty bad.
How many games did we lose over a field goal or Kirk Cousins? We lost. I have to go back and look at the whole season, but we lost a number of games
that we should have won off the field goal.
Yes. We missed about 3 field goals.
Yeah. The field goal kicker didn't. He didn't help, you know, but we had some people that missed some field goals too.
He didn't help. He hurt.
But if you think about it, go back to coaching. We shouldn't have even been in that position with a lot of those just needing that kick.
And the timeouts, the Washington game.
Timeout. Oh, man.
Earlier in the season, we had some time management problems.
Yeah.
You know,
they just looked like a bunch of numbnuts. That's all.
Raheem was very disappointed.
I feel like, what did we win? 8 games? I feel like we should have won 10 games at the most. Okay, which is
that would have got us in the playoffs.
You know,
I get to 11.
I get depends on which game you won, but it should have. I don't know, with Tampa in the win 10. Yeah, so that would have probably done it, but you know, with the schedule. But we weren't going to win all those close games. We didn't lose all of them. We didn't win all of them. But that kind of happens in the NFL season. I do know that when he mismanaged the clock and stuff.
Oh man!
And then the guy
the guy was
But
missing.
Parcells said, "You are what your record says."
That's it. And that's so true.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you something, and one of y'all said this a little while ago. I mean, if those coaches up there who are supposed to be professionals, okay, these are professional coaches, and we can see it on the Mike and Amaysn show and all our sport panel experts, if we can see he was injured, why they can't see it? If they can't see it, they all need to go pack.
We saw that something wasn't right, whether he was injured or whether it was a
Yeah.
mental thing or whatever. We knew something wasn't right.
Everybody thought Kirk Cousins was a good old boy, but he is a jerk. He snitched on his own self in his first news conference, cost us a number 5 draft choice.
Yeah.
And he went on national TV and said he lied, or either the Falcon coaches lied about his injury. I never want to see him in a Falcon uniform again. I'll boo him if I remember at a game he's at. You
know what he's doing, though, man. You know what he's doing.
What?
He's positioned. He's about self. You know somebody else like that. I ain't gonna mention no names in the political arena. He's positioning himself for that next big payoff. See, he got this money. He came in, good old boy, played the role. He got guaranteed money regardless. He holding the cards. He got no trade clause. Bro,
and the ESPN analysts, they're still talking about somebody probably wanting him, maybe in Cleveland or I'm like, man, who the heck would want him in Cleveland, seeing is what it is? I know their situation is bad, but why, why crap in the sugar?
They want to do like Pittsburgh. Go look on the discount aisle and get it from there, because we don't already put it pay the salary.
He's trying to rehab himself.
If you think he's hurt, he was hurt, and that's why he didn't perform.
Right.
You're good. They're just for quarterbacks.
Right.
That's what he's doing.
He's trying to redeem himself. Yeah.
If you looked at the first few games, the first 5-6 games, the way he played 500 yards against Tampa, and then you see him fall off, and then now it's coming out that he was injured. Say, oh, well, he's this guy. Everybody's who needs a quarterback gonna say, okay, he's the guy who played the first 6-7 games, who threw the 500 yards. Brian, what you got to say, man? You mighty quiet. I don't think Brian has said nothing.
No, I just been listening, but I mean, I think he's setting himself up for his next team.
Right, that's all he's trying to do.
I mean, the reality is that quarterbacks are always going to be in demand. No matter, we may think they're washed up, somebody's always willing to give quarterbacks a chance. They're always willing to give coaches a chance. Look at Arthur Smith at Pittsburgh. So, if Kurt can get teams to think that, well, hey, he dropped off because he had an injury. Now that he's healthy, hey, he could help us out. And one thing Kurt is good at doing is kind of like who's that kid from Oklahoma that was always hurt? The quarterback.
Oh, the quarterback. I can't. The one that got hurt before he started playing right before the contracts come up.
Yeah.
But Malik, is it
Sam Bradford? Sam Bradford.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And so one thing Kirk Cousins is good at doing is maxing out them quarterback contracts. So Kirk will get his money.
Yeah, because he did that when he was up in Washington with old boy that was the rookie of the year. So
and you know what, Brian? You guys, see what they gonna position it? Oh, it's been a year now. He's totally healed now.
Yeah.
So now he's even better than ever.
Yep. Releasing throwing videos.
That's scary though.
Videos of him throwing, working out. Yeah, he'll somebody would need a quarter.
But that tells you we don't have a chance with the Falcons coaching staff then. But if they put the whole team through that for 4 weeks or so, or however long it was.
Yeah, just incompetence, man. Incompetence. Raheem looked bad last year to me. I mean, he just came off as somebody who just throws slogans out and a cheerleader like Dan Quinn was when he was here.
I think Raheem, he's the type that he says all the right things. He's got buddies. He keeps all the relationship good, and he's got a little bit of power, a little bit of position, but he's where he at mostly because he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Because he's a yes man.
You want
to call that a good guy, okay?
If you working around,
but that's still people he don't give you nothing to hate. Okay, and that works a lot. And there's a lot of people in business, or you've had managers like that too. She didn't know no more than you. Okay,
hey, man. Now, he might give Mike a run for motivational speaking, but as coaching, I don't know. Mike might get him a run in coaching. You know?
Yeah, he knows
Mike,
how to build those relationships. But
if they make you a coach, I got your back.
His X and O's,
got my vote.
Well, he had the benefit of being on Sean McVay's staff. So anybody on McVay's staff. Who was that?
Tony Dungy. Aaron Donald.
Yeah. So if you're gonna have you got Aaron Donald playing for you, you're gonna be on Sean McVay's staff. Your team's gonna look at you, and that's just what it is.
Remember, they were bringing in everybody. The Rams, right? They did. I mean, that cornerback and defense, another defense, play in or something. I remember another guy. Yeah, they were bringing in. They didn't spare no cost with that team.
Yeah, and then bringing in two coordinators who had never been coordinators and never had called plays in the pros. You could see him trusting the guy with the offense a little more because you had all that talent on offense. You could take a little chance. But on the defense, man, he should have brought somebody in who was a seasoned coach, man, proven.
It showed too, Mays. I mean, it showed on defense that it was all messed up. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, there again, as a head coach, you made some bad decisions. You made some bad decisions on your defensive side, your defensive coordinator. You had to go back in there and start coaching them, at the break. And now at the end of the year, you fire them and you had to bring somebody else in. But I'm glad you fired them, but still, you messed up on the
front. It's too late now. It's just too much nepotism. And I ain't talking about being relations with nobody. You just didn't have a relationship with this. Well, I'm gonna give him a chance because he was on me over every day. Yeah, but you don't know whether he was good at doing that or not. You was you was getting the opportunity when you and you can't just do that. You got to find out because it's gonna reflect on you. Because I know when I was out in Dallas. I was out in Dallas at IBM, and Art came out there to go to class. That's when we first met. And then when they said that we could come back to Atlanta, I called Art and asked him did he know any managers, and he hooked me up with Matt. Right. And then when Matt called out there, he called and he checked, and Matt called and checked on my performance.
Exactly.
And when he did that, he said, yeah, send him on out.
There you go. Ernest, what was it? It's business.
That's right. It's business. I didn't have no problem with it whatsoever.
Right. So, because if you're gonna bring you in, you gotta have the credentials. Because don't just bring me in because I'm a friend. You gotta bring somebody who's competent. When people bring me in to speak and they put their name on it, I tell them I gotta go out here and rock the house. And then because I gotta represent because they recommended me. I don't just bring. So it's business. Ain't nothing personal. I need a defensive coordinator. I need a defensive line coach. It's business.
This is business.
Yes, sir.
And Atlanta deserves more.
Come on, man. Say it, Andrew. Say
it. So let's talk about this shakeup that they made in the NBA.
Oh boy. Ron Price supposed to be calling in. In Dallas, boy, they wearing black right now.
Hey, let me say this first, and then we're gonna get to that.
Okay.
I hate this Super Bowl because I'm gonna have to either listen to Ernest's mouth or either the Cordell's mouth, because it got one of my friends is Philly, one of them is Casey. I gotta listen to either way. It's bad for me.
I have been quiet. Because there's nothing else for me to say.
But I ain't mad at you because your team made it. Hey, look, I know they're gonna be getting it in up because I got some friends in Dallas. They from KC, and boy, they ready now. They like, look, we locked in and focused and ready.
And we should have went down. Drove down to New Orleans. But what is it? 5 hours?
5, 6. Yeah.
Hey,
hotel rates probably be off the chain.
Oh my God, yeah. Speaking of Dallas, y'all going with the NBA, Mike.
Okay, real quick, I'll share this with y'all. man, look, we gotta commend our brother. He's not on call right now because he's probably working, but I gotta commend our brother, former IBMer, now NFL official Julian Mapp. He's gonna be one of the alternates for the game.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So we want to give him a shout out. Hey, that brother worked hard to get to that point.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mike, I don't know what you told him that Mapp has written. He brought his IT situation to the NFL too. He has written the app. I don't know whether it's more than one, but he's written the app that the NFL uses.
Yeah, really? The NFL official. Yeah, sure did. So, man, awesome. I tell you, it's just it's a blessing when you see that, man, and people using their gifts. Right. And I commend all you brothers out here, all of y'all, man. We all got gifts, man. As I'm looking out here at the panel out here, brothers, whatever gift you got, keep on using it, brother. It's never too late. Come on out here with it. God is giving each one of you something special. So, man, shout out to Brother Mapp. Shout out to all y'all. So let's do this thing.
Yes, sir.
Luka Doncic. What y'all think, man?
Hey. Boy,
AD.
Okay, well let me go first since I brought it up.
Go ahead.
So 411 has been that Luka Doncic is one of the baddest men on the planet. I give him, he got some basketball skills. Okay. But from the very first time I found out who he was, to me, I peeped that he was very arrogant. Yeah. And then they start saying that he's not in shape as he needs to be. He don't get really in good basketball shape until midway the daggone season. And then if he don't make it, then that's when they usually get kicked out of the runnings. They don't get a chance to go to the playoffs. So he finally got a chance to do what it was he was supposed to do and get in shape. And they did well. They went to the final. I think it was the finals, wasn't it? Finals 2 years ago or something. Yeah. And so I obviously there must have been something that let the owners. Well, one of the things was that the owner of Dallas, he sold 51% of the club, right?
Yeah.
So that 51% was the one that kicked his behind out of there because Mark wouldn't let him go. But the 51% was the one that kicked him out. And I like the fact that they were sending a message to all of players. If you're not doing what you're supposed to, we're going to give you the boot.
So the problem is that
and all of them were saying the same thing. What? They let Doncic go? What? Because now they were all scared. That's right.
But you just said he was in shape the year they won. I don't think he was in good shape.
No, he wasn't
playing no defense then, or was it?
Right, he wasn't.
Right. And he never played any defense.
He ain't never played no defense.
Yeah. So and Jason Kidd is a defensive coach. My biggest problem is the age difference.
Yes.
And that's the thing. Davis is 31 and he's hurt a lot. Actually, Luka's hurt too, but he's 25 years old. So that thing alone, that's the biggest thing that got me. Why would you? Lucas could be around for another 12, 13 years. Davis won't be.
Yeah.
Well, they're talking about winning now, so that's what they're looking at. You got to think about, they got Kyrie, they got that boy from Golden State, the other half of the Splash Brothers. They got, who else was it?
Clay had been benched, I think. I don't know whether he's back in the starting lineup.
Who, Clay?
Clay Thompson.
Well, but I mean, he's still on the team. He's got playoff experience. So does Kyrie got playoff experience. What's his name? The boy that they just got down there, he got playoff experience and a champion. So that gives them a chance to be able to do something now. They got close last year, so let's do something now. And I'm all with it. I'm all for that move. I think that they need to do that, and I'm glad that all the rest of the players took note.
Now, are you for it because you don't like Doncic?
No. It's not that I don't like Doncic. I like his play.
Yeah,
I love his play. If I was a coach and he would get in shape, yeah, I would take him. I mean, I don't dislike him. I just don't like it when you get arrogant and you don't you think that you can't be touched because and you're doing the stupidness like that boy that plays for the Clippers. What's his name? Can't even remember his name. You don't see him enough. You know who I'm
Leonard?
talking about. Kawhi Leonard.
Leonard.
That his name, Kawhi Leonard?
Yes.
Crying Leonard. That's what I call him.
He say crying little boy.
Yeah.
They mentioned
What everybody else think there? That Ernest he made his thoughts clear. How about you, Brian and Shed? Y'all been more quiet.
Yeah.
Well,
you know,
I don't follow basketball like that, so it don't even.
You don't even care.
Yeah,
it's cool.
I get them confused with the other Serb.
Yeah, they got a bunch of them in there now.
Yeah, well, you know, Ernest made a good point, but you know, I like the fact that maybe other players may take notice. But I didn't like. I liked his style of play, but I didn't like that he didn't play defense.
Okay. Now this is the man we need to talk to. Go ahead after Shed.
And then of course, AD. It was still a surprise to me because I know AD is getting older.
Who, street clothes?
Yeah.
All right. Street clothes. That's what Charles Barkley called it.
Yeah.
Street clothes.
Street clothes.
Yeah. So
hey,
I'm just waiting to see how this thing gonna take off.
They rioting out in Dallas yet?
Oh yeah, you know they were pissed off, and you saw they had the casket down there at the American Airlines Center.
Come on, bro.
I saw that.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know about that, Doug.
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah, nobody. Yeah, they had the casket down there and everything, and all the signs about get Nico out of here and da 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 da. How can you trade Luka and
exactly.
Mavericks are refunding people who want the tickets refunded back for next year. All that.
What are your personal thoughts?
Well, I mean, I know it's a business, and that's what Nico's looking at because he figures, you know, paying them the 355 max, whatever it is, millions and all that. They didn't think, you know, to put that kind of money into somebody that's going to be hurt here and there. I know that's what he was thinking, but you just don't trade and not even get it. First of all, you just don't really trade no Luka. But secondly, if you are going to do it, you have to do it. At least get a lot more than what you got.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Oh, way more. I mean, that's just crazy.
Yeah, they could have got more. They could have got more.
Yeah. Oh, a whole lot more.
They got one first round draft choice, didn't they?
They were sending a message, and I don't think they did bad with the choice that they took.
Well, I don't think $1 million player like that sending no message to who. And the other guys didn't need no message. They were playing okay, right? What message you sending to who?
Where on the team?
Yeah, what,
no, I'm talking about over through the whole league. You know, I think it's time that the owner stood up and said, "Hey, listen, you know, we pay money to come to see you play. We don't want to pay to come and see LeBron sit on the bench. We don't want to come and see Doncic on the bench. You know, we paying to come. You buy a season ticket. I want to see the players."
But you think that's why the owners did that?
That was part of it.
Okay,
that was part of it.
That's a reach, man.
I'm here, and I don't know how true it is.
It's part of it, whether it's a reach or not. Hey, that's how I saw it. And you got to teach people a lesson. You know, got to do that sometimes. That's how it goes.
That sounds good, but that's a business, man. You ain't trying to
absolutely. And they made a business decision. Well, we'll see how it work out. We'll see how it work out. I think LA is better for it too. Now, and I say that because if Doncic, if he says that he look up to LeBron. To LeBron, right? And if he takes after LeBron on how he takes care of his body, just he ain't got to do it but a third of the way.
Yep, that's true.
And he still play like he played.
The question is why Dallas
and then they got that Williams boy that's the center.
Right?
Yeah, they're gonna make some noise. Watch and see.
But the question is why did Dallas do it? LA did it for obvious reasons. They got the better deal. But why did Dallas?
They got the better offensive. They got the better offensive player for now. But I mean, AD is a player on both sides.
Right, he's two-way and he defense. Yeah, so
he's 31.
I agree with all of that. But as far as a better player, you know, if you look at the whole of the situation, Luka is almost about as bad as Trey is on defense. Trey might even be better now because he plays lanes and gets steals and stuff now. He's giving effort. Luka wasn't giving any effort.
Yeah, absolutely. Because their record, other than that run they made last year, their record hasn't been that good while Luka's been there, to be honest. If you look at their last 5 seasons, So
that's making our point. That's exactly.
Yeah, it looked like it was more personal when you look
It
at
seemed
like
like
when
there's something on it.
yeah, when he took that beer can out of his hand, that was saying
Yep.
something because he didn't even look at him. It was like
Yep.
So
Give me that can, man.
right.
They've been on him. They've been on him for a number of years about because of his condition, being a little bit overweight.
Okay.
But that's, shit. Even with overweight, he's better than 3/4 of the players in the NBA. Even at his
offensively.
weight.
But you know what, Doc? The crazy thing about it, it's got to be something else because you know how it is. If you work at a company, you know the inside scoop sometimes of certain employees. They're like, oh, they smart, but man, there's gonna be some trouble down the road. They got some things going on behind, and you gotta quit. It's business. Do you want to invest that guaranteed? What is it, $300 and some million into somebody that you think is gonna take it and get destructive? And when you give it to them, now they really not gonna do what they supposed to do.
Right.
Rumors are that these owners only care about money. What you think, Fry?
Well, yeah, they're in the casino business and the gambling business, so that.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, there you go. Whoop de whoop.
Do you think they'll start having more incentives? Just to like, if you work out, if you get in this condition, we'll throw extra so many million your way.
I wouldn't extra him nothing. If you don't get in shape, you're gonna be on the bench.
But they may have to start doing stuff like that. Because some people get, they get set. If you give them a certain amount of money that's guaranteed, the mindset is like, man, I done made it now. I'm good.
Man, I wish somebody would pay me the millions of dollars to play a sport. If my mama and dad had told me that riding a bicycle that I could have went to Olympics and been world famous, y'all wouldn't have even known nothing about Lance Armstrong. Nothing. I used to when they had them little mini bikes, I used to go everywhere they went on my bicycle, following them going with them mini bikes.
Now, Ernest, Lance was juiced up too now.
Say what now?
Lance was juiced.
Yeah, but y'all still wouldn't have known nothing about him.
Yeah.
He'd have been dust if it would have been
me. He put that happy juice in and I don't know you can compete with that.
But right? I mean, too many guys are out of shape like that. Most of those guys are great.
Cuban wouldn't have traded him. Yeah, Cuban wouldn't have traded him.
No.
Cuban
wasn't
one of the main reasons he was there.
Exactly. Because Cuban picked him. Cuban said, because that was his play after Dirk. That was like, that's my replacement.
That was his franchise to ride on,
Yeah.
I've been reading a lot of fans asking for refunds on their season tickets and so forth.
That's what I was saying,
But it comes back.
I was reading this article. They said, within the last 3 years, Dallas has lost Luka, Jalen Brunson, and Porzingis. All three of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Within the 3 years. Those three key players. Yep.
Those are two really good players. Now Porzingis has injury problems, but he's a good player when he's
in there. And him and AD about the same, but I think he's a little better. AD's
a better defensive player.
Defensive and offensive player.
Yeah. Well, Porzingis has that shot, but AD all around he may be.
Oh, yeah. AD's healthy. AD's a top 10 player when he's healthy.
Yeah.
But these are all three people. These are all starters. Yeah. Brunson, Luka, Porzingis.
Yeah. And Brunson is an all-star also. Yeah.
They brought in They brought in Kyle Ito, right?
Yeah, they brought in Kyle. They brought in, so hey.
But the Brunson thing, I mean, the Mavs try to keep it, but when your dad works for the Knicks, it's kind of hard not to.
True.
Yeah. And he's from there,
who works for the Knicks?
Brunson's dad.
Brunson's dad works for the Knicks. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, one thing about it, he is showing up. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, all those guys from Atlanta know how this feels. We lost our hero here in Dominique. And, Luka's even more celebrated than Dominique. Dominique was a Hall of Famer. When he retired, I think he was like number 7 in all-time scoring in the NBA. You know, but we know how that feels. I went when Dominique's jersey was retired down at the Omni. I took my little cousins down there, man. We booed Stan Casson mercifully. The whole crowd booed him. Even when he was putting Dominique's jersey up and retiring him and his jersey and everything, Dominique even had to try to tell the fans not to boo the man. Man, we booed loudly. So that's how they feel in Dallas even to another degree, maybe, you know.
Y'all think about
We whooping Boston right now.
Butler went to Golden State.
Yeah.
Butler went to Golden State, and they talking about them being contenders. They'll be better, but they ain't gonna be no danger.
They're another year older too. All of them getting kind of creaky in the knees.
Yeah. But so that's a little much for me.
And they still don't have no size. And
but if KD had gone back, if KD had got KD back,
KC said that man called me a B word and all that stuff. I ain't going back there.
Butler's a better player in the chaos. I saw you said it, but KD's not really that good in the playoffs, though, is he?
He was pretty good. He had one bad playoffs.
Yeah, he took him to the.
He just had a bad playoffs with the Nets that year.
But I think he was mad because he wasn't going to be the man no matter what. You know, it was Curry's team. So, you know, you got to decide what you want. You wanted rings. You got 2. Now give us another one, and then you can take your behind on somewhere, you know.
I think it was Draymond that caused him to leave, you know.
Well, Draymond might have been, I call him the, I can't think of the name of it. But anyway, yeah, he probably punched him out at some point.
When he played with Westbrook, it was just the opposite because Westbrook he was giving the ball and he let Westbrook hold the ball. It's like they were like, man, go ahead and step up.
But when Oklahoma had their best team, when they were up 3-2 on Golden State, KD had every opportunity to do his thing. It wasn't West, you know. That was the biggest series of his life. And he basically, the fourth quarter of one of those games, he missed his first night. He was like 8-9 shots in a row.
Yeah.
Can't blame his stuff on Westbrook. That was on KD. He didn't. KD is not. He's
also James Harden. You remember they said James Harden went out every night down in Miami.
Yeah, KD wasn't aggressive. Westbrook was more aggressive. When he was missing, he was still shooting.
Did y'all ever see that Perkins?
Talking about KD.
Did y'all ever see what Perkins talked about? Perkins was on that team, wasn't he? Yeah, y'all ever see what Perkins talked about? How James Harden went to the strip club every night and stayed out all night, and he had a terrible series.
Wow. Yeah, I think you talking about the Heat
when they were in Miami. When they were,
I know Westbrook had one big game where
they played Miami that year, huh?
Yeah.
That was a team, man. Just think about those 3 players: KD, Westbrook, and Harden.
Man,
on paper, looks good. Yeah.
Well, they went to the finals as a very young team.
Yeah.
Keep it together.
Thunder.
But Jimmy Butler, it's only been 9 players. Actually, one of them is the forward. There's only been 9 players in NBA history where they postseason stats are better than their regular season stats.
Who are they?
Right. You know, Butler, he's a pressure guy.
Yeah.
You know, but Golden State needs a lot. You know,
I wouldn't want Jimmy on my team, man. At this point, he's getting older. He's not as good as well, and he's gonna flame out at some point anyway.
They only have him for 2 years.
Yeah,
he's got a 2-year. Besides this, which is good.
I would hope with the cachet and the pedigree that Curry and Draymond has, that he would show some respect. You know, so.
Well, Draymond. Draymond is my dog because he reminded me of me when I was playing basketball. You know, they go out there, they call it enforcer. That's what I was trying to say before.
The enforcer, the hack man.
Go out there and beat up people on the court, man.
That's what they say, man. We need that dude right there.
Ernest, you can't play that way no more, man. You back there in the Bill days, Rick Mahorn, yeah.
Rick Mahorn days.
McFilter and McNasty, you know.
Yeah, but Draymond was contributing to the scoring because he used to hit threes. And then he lost that, and then he got to the point where he wouldn't even take the shot, you know? So
Okay.
I think they should have moved on from him. That's my personal
I agree with
thing
that.
about it.
But he's
I'm
that villain.
sick of seeing Draymond hit people and all that stuff, man. They should have fined him or suspend him a whole season.
Yeah,
man, some of the stuff he's done. Stepped on that guy that time. That's just it's uncalled for, man. They let him get away with too much.
Yeah, a lot of teams have that villain. You know, like your boy with Michael Jordan. What's one?
Rodman.
Yeah,
he can't remind you of Rodman. You know, one people love to hate.
Yeah.
You got your Dennis Rodman, your Bill Lambiers, your
Ben LaBelle.
Atlanta Hawks traded Arts guy. What's his name? Hunter. He got traded to Cleveland. They just dumped him basically for a salary. That's this coach. This owner don't care nothing about. And Mike told me that the guy wrestler who is the major owner for the Hawks has more money than Arthur Blank.
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah.
But all he tries to do is save money and stay under the cap. You know, Trey's gonna be ready to get out of here.
Trey. It's about time for him to go.
Yeah, because this year he's supposed to sign an extension. He's not gonna sign that extension. Trust me.
If I were him, I might not. But he can't get no more money. He get most money if he stay here because bird rights. But other than that, man, you see every team trying to do something to win. The Hawks just try to stay under the cap. You know, they do.
It's sad, man.
They're trading water. That's it.
That's it. That's all they're doing.
Hunter started to play his best ball, right?
Hunter, this is his best ball. But you know, one thing about Hunter, you wonder is his knees going to give out, or because he's never had this good of a stretch, but he had other good stretches. The year they went to the finals in the East, he was playing great. Then he got hurt after the New York series. You know, Well, I could see trading him, but it was a salary dump.
Yeah, the Hawks. It's just y'all don't even mention nothing to me about them next year. They get a little 5 games straight because they so far out of it now, man.
Yeah, Bogey got traded, you know.
And then the pick that they got, I ain't heard no noise about him, so he must not be doing that well.
No, he's actually doing decent. I mean, he's averaging about 13 points a game. And now for the last few games, he's been scoring 17, 18 around in there. So he's actually looking good, I think, Actually, they had a decent squad, but not a deep squad. But they've run that now. Hunter was almost a 6 man of the year. And if he ever came back, Bogey is a sharpshooter. He's been hurt most of the year though.
They got rid of Bolt. They got rid of him too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what are the Hawks? 4-5 games? I haven't looked. About 4-5 games on the 500.
Oh, I'll bring it up.
They've been dropping back. They were doing good at one point. They had a good
once
stretch.
my man got injured, then they
started.
Yeah,
man got injured, then we.
Because Jalen Johnson is out the whole year.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. Hey, did anybody hear about Georgia's trying to pass? Get it passed on the NIL with the college players where they won't have to pay what I guess taxes. It was a tax-free
taxes on the money they receive.
Yeah, if they can hold, but they have to hold on to it till they leave out of college. They can't, they can't mess with it while they're in school.
I heard about that, man.
What's the purpose of it?
Trying to keep them competitive.
Yeah, because in Texas, they don't have a state tax. So when athletes get money in Texas, places like Texas, where you at, Doc, they don't have to pay taxes on it. In Georgia, we have a state tax. So when they get that NIL money, they have to pay taxes on it. So the legislators trying to work this thing out that they don't have to pay taxes on the NIL. Now it's crazy.
The Georgia rule, or something just for the state of Georgia.
For the state of Georgia, because Georgia has a state tax. But this is the crazy part, okay? You see how the state legislator will go to bat for something like this, where they making money on the back end off the backs of, although these brothers getting these NIL deals, trust me, there's a whole lot of other money being made. These these representatives ain't just going out the goodness of their heart. Well, let's go make sure that they don't have to pay taxes on it because it's the right thing to do. No, it's money to be made, and they making it on the back end, and they want to be able to get these kids to come to these schools in Georgia so they can continue to make this money they're making off the back end. I'm just sorry. That's how it is.
Yep. That's true. Bottom line. Bottom line.
I mean, I can see where it makes sense for the teams that if you're into football, you make your team a little more. I mean, I can see where it makes sense. I mean, I don't think it's something they should be doing, but I can see where Florida, no state taxes, New York, California. A lot of states like that got some high state taxes, right? Almost some of them in double digits. I think California is on 13% or something. So I can see where that's a big difference. So it's interesting that, it's something, but
I remember in IT when they tried. Somebody tried to hire me from Florida before when I was doing IT, and they always tried to pay a little bit less because they always made the point they was going to pay a little less because of the state taxes, no state taxes.
I love that move because a lot of these players, all of them are going to end up going to the NFL. So at least you got some money, boom, that you can take and work with it and make it do what it do, as they say, whether you invest it or whatever.
I like that. And we talked about that.
Sure
we want the kids to get their money, but it would be great if they have it staggered, whereby you may get a certain percentage now, a small percentage, and then you get another percentage when you graduate, another percentage when you're 25, another percentage when you're 30. So that way you just don't blow it all.
And these schools should have some kind of program with some financial training or somebody to teach these guys, because some of them gonna get ripped. They're gonna lose all that money.
Because they never had it. But even with that training, it's a great feeling. Now it's gonna make them mad right now. But if you know that you get a certain percent there, and then at 21, at 25, at 30, then you're maturing, so you're gonna begin to see things differently.
But
right?
Why help them and not help anybody who need money? Those are the last people in the world need help. I mean,
but they the one getting they getting the bag though.
But
everybody ain't getting that big bag.
Here's the thing: you imagine a nightmare of trying to regulate all these hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of players each year. How they, who's going to keep up with what financial institution? I think it'd be
done, brother. Trust me, that's simple. That's an easy one.
No, it's not. Because you're talking people, every athlete, everybody in the NIL. You talking about managing their money for them?
Yeah,
that'd be a mess.
Man, that's what these financial investment groups do.
Yeah.
We have people managing our money, and they have thousands of people money they're managing. That's easy.
Well, we all made different salaries. We all made different salaries when we were at IBM. That's all I think they're talking about is just giving it to them at a certain period of time. What you do with it after we give it to you, that's up to you.
Exactly. Just staggered. It's a time schedule. You don't get it all. We ain't gonna give you all $4 million at 18 years old.
First of all, if you get money from these guys, some of these groups, they might have money today, and they might not have the money 2 years from now. You got some people.
That's why you don't give it to them all at one time.
Who's gonna keep it though?
No, man, look, they got accounts they can keep it in. That depends. Well, it's staggered. Okay, if you got a $4 million deal, you may get $1 million now. When you get 21, you get another $2 million. When you become 26 or 27 or whatever, then you get the rest. Oh, they got that. You can set that up easily.
You can do that with all the rookies in the NBA and the NFL and baseball. It's too
well. You can now, but at 18, all right. Let me ask you something. Art. Okay, at 18 years old, okay, if somebody gave you $4 million versus somebody giving you $4 million at 40 years old, would you have different spending habits? Yes or no? That's all. That's my case.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, here's the thing, though. It's America. We can't get managed everybody money and stuff and all over the world.
I ain't trying to manage. I'm just saying when you're young, you make foolish decisions.
True.
And no matter how smart you think you are.
I see
thought
both
I was
sides of
smarter
it.
than 18.
Yeah, nobody's
But anyway.
managing the young tennis players' money except
Yeah.
maybe their parents. The young golfers' money except maybe their parents. You know.
But you know,
Yeah,
even down in car insurance, that's why your car insurance is lower when you get older than when you're 23,
That's
because they
right.
know you're gonna do something
They
stupid.
know you're gonna do something stupid.
Yeah.
So
You know?
so what?
And
okay,
most
let me
of
ask you
us,
something. What if a guy you get $800,000 and he could buy his parents a house today, okay, or something like that? So I don't.
it's gotta wait. It's gotta wait. See, that's the
But
thing. We're not
that
used to.
takes any help
As a
there.
people, we're not used to having money like that. Just cause you got $800,000 don't mean you're gonna spend 800,000. You can find your parent a nice place and y'all find somewhere to stay. You can rent. You ain't gotta spend the whole money. You ain't gotta do
The
that.
whole reason the NIL, one of the reasons it's popular now is because people is keeping money from people, right? And people now you want to take them how they're going to manage their money and who should, maybe a brother who
I'm not
get
saying
it.
how they're gonna manage. I'm just saying how it's distributed.
I'm saying, but what if a black guy, his family is really poor and they need the money immediately? And I'm saying there's all kind of stuff you're getting into.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
they'll get some of it. Look,
I mean, if you think about it,
if you got, and
if you
everybody
think
got
about
it. I'm
it,
just saying, if you can get some of it now, but I guarantee you, if you get some of it now, with 3 or 4 years roll around, and somebody tell you got another 2 million coming, you're like, man, I'm glad I waited. Wow, that's coming. Bam. Plus
Brian,
you
what
earning
you had to say,
interest.
man?
I mean, no, I was saying the college football and NIL. I mean, yeah, though somebody may need the money, that's not the intent. Is to help your family out of a hard spot. That's not their concern about that. So if your family can't make it for another year or two, that's on you. That's not on NIL or the college or whatever, because that was never behind it. Also, those like the reason they wouldn't have to do it for golf and tennis kids. You're talking about a different parent set. So those kids aren't going to be running out buying track hawks the first time they get a check. We already know that's going to be our football kids doing that. They get a check, they're buying track hawks, anything to kill themselves, or buying their parents stuff. So I mean, I think, yeah, they should do it because one, I think NIL is kind of ruining college football. I think at some point we're going to see it filtering and affecting the NFL because these kids aren't really being taught to persevere through things. Now it's all about who's going to cut me a check, and that's where I'm going. If I can't get a check here, if I get $10 more at University of Cincinnati, I'm finna jump ship and go to Cincinnati. I mean, I thought it was great. Like if a coach left and a kid wanted to leave because the coach who recruited him left, yeah, I felt that kid should be able to leave. But now kids ain't trying to stay to learn and develop. All they're doing is they're just chasing the check. And NIL has made it easy for them to do it.
The thing is, though, I'm saying to be messy, is that if the fund don't make money, the interest rates and all that, you just open yourself to all kind of stuff. As far as the people jumping teams and going all over the place, that's going to happen either way. Okay, regardless of how the money. I'm just saying there's a lot of other better fights they can fight than fool around with the NFL. Getting there telling them how to manage their money and when they should spend it. That's not what America's about.
Really I was looking at Shannon Sharp was interviewing Lil Yachty a few days ago, and that guy, the rapper, he said when they gave his first contract, it was 1 something million, and he spent it in the first month. I think the first week that he got. He was just talking about all this food and stuff. He had got because he wasn't used to it. So, but they got.
Is it always the world's thing to save you from yourself? I mean,
but it's not. But we can't get into. We're gonna protect them more because there's more black players and all that. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what you're saying. It's more blacks and more young. All that.
It's a miracle. I agree with you on this subject. But I see the other side of it too.
Yeah. And that's what make America beautiful. Everybody got a different side. But I just hate for them to. This is what I hate for you to get the money, and then you give back the money.
Yeah, just like folks who win the lottery.
Then you left with nothing.
I admire them wholeheartedly for even thinking about it and even trying to help the guys so they can have something down the road. Because I agree. I agree also. That I see both sides.
If a legislator's doing it, he's got there's something in it for them. Okay, like Mike was saying, they got their own. Okay, if they doing it, it's something. I don't know if they get to keep the money, make some interest. They doing it.
Well, it's like anything else. I mean, if you think about it, well, like when the lottery tries to convince you to do the annuity payout, if they're sitting there holding all that lump sum, it's growing. It's
they're investing it.
They can do stuff themselves with us. So I get why it's a benefit to them. Now I don't know, and I missed the first part of the conversation, but is this something they're trying to do all throughout the nation, or are we talking about just Georgia?
This was just Georgia. The Georgia representatives that they were the elected officials. They were trying to figure out how to make this happen so that the NIL deals at the universities in the state of Georgia would not have to. The students will not have to pay taxes on it, so they could compete with Texas, Florida, who have no state taxes.
Oh, I got that.
You'd be surprised how many NFL teams have a professional financial advisor like Dave Ramsey. They'll bring him in to talk to these guys, and when they initially get there, to let them know that, hey, you're gonna have this coming through. You got these women, all the red flags to look for, hoping they try to slow it down. I know they've been doing that for at least the last at least 10 years.
I've heard the NFL players talk about what team they would rather go to, and they make their choices a lot of times too based on how much state tax is. So that could also determine whether a player is going to go to a certain school. So it probably could help them out, in a way.
But Ernest, it's funny you say that. When I was working for IBM, I was in Texas, and there's no state tax. So when they told me it was a state tax, when I transferred back to Atlanta, I was like, wait a minute, let me think about this. I'm like, man, y'all gonna be taking some more money. Look, I was in Houston, Texas, no state tax, and we got paid every Monday. I went to work on a Monday. My boss man had a check for me. I was like, man, you can't beat that. I don't know if that happened.
That was so y'all would show up on Monday. You get that check when you come.
Man, that was an incentive, man, to go to work on. I don't know why more companies don't do that.
That's smart. Hey, Andy, did we have a poem? Do we have Andy the poet tonight or no? It's cool.
Yes, sir. Matter of fact, I was just looking at something since we have no game this week, and since it was Black History Week, I'm gonna pull one out of the archives.
Go for it.
Hey.
And this is with your boy Colin Kaepernick, dealing with the Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
And this is called What's Super in Atlanta, back to the Super Bowl. And it said, others can take a stand. A Black man can't take a knee. 32 slave owners acting as Klan. Whoever said we were free? The nerve to come into King's backyard in the shadow of his grave. Until all is free, ain't nobody free. On the plantation running like slaves. If all lives matter, why punish a man for protecting in a peaceful manner, for protesting in a peaceful manner, while bad bags allowed to kill the unarmed, while bad badgers allowed to kill the unarmed? There's nothing super in Atlanta. This was back when they had the killings and everything, where we were, they was killing a lot of us. And
hey man, you need to do something with that poem. That's a powerful poem, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm serious.
Real quick on the health tip. Y'all slow down on the chicken and slow down on the eggs. There's Donald Trump is he told the CDC not to announce that there was bad chicken and bad eggs until he says it's okay.
Man.
Thank you for putting that out, Ernest. Thank you.
And this came from the CDC.
Yeah.
I think I did see something like that.
What kind of
awesome, man.
What are they? Why are they bad? They got
salmonella.
Okay.
Salmonella and something else I think was in it too. So you never and I know I'm so used to getting chicken. I've been hearing that for the last 2 days, haven't eaten it. Threw the chicken away I had in my refrigerator.
Threw it away?
Around the day when I went out and say, okay, let me go get something to eat. Went straight to Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Hey, that chicken programmed in your mind.
Hey.
Fried,
Yeah, you threw away your chicken and went and bought some from Kentucky.
Boy, y'all,
you're automatic.
We got chicken in the
Did
brain.
You think about it when you took that first bite?
I did. I said, I just be damned. I just got finished throwing away my chicken.
Boy, y'all.
When I see you some wings at that party we go to, if I grab them, if you go to,
hey, scrub.
That's gonna be a tough Super Bowl, man. Y'all ain't gonna be able to eat no wings.
I know.
I just got some wing an hour ago.
Hey, you know they gonna get to that party. They gonna say like we used to do way back in the day. We gonna roll the dice.
Just make sure you pray over them. That's all.
There you go. There you go.
You gonna pray over and say, God will say, you fool. I told you they were bad.
They gonna fry them extra hard.
Yeah.
There you
go. We're gonna fry the disease out of them.
Hey, that was a great poem, man. You need to put your poems together, man, and get your book out there. You may already have, as far as I know, but let us know. Get that out there.
Okay, I'm working on one now.
Put your stuff together and get it out there, man.
Yeah,
you're a talented brother, man.
I appreciate
it. Got this thing, man.
Brother, how are you? Anybody else got anything for Mike closes?
Man, guess how much these damn Dallas Mavericks Laker tickets are coming up. The nosebleed tickets.
Nosebleed.
They were $300 for the nosebleed now.
Get out of here.
Wow.
Because everybody want to see your boy. They got to see him one more time.
They got to collect that money if they're going to pay them season ticketers back. Got to get that money from somewhere.
$325.
So Ron, were you? How did you personally feel about it? Right, quick before we get out of here.
Oh, I'm pissed. I'm sad. I mean, Luka. You know, everybody here love Luka, man.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, he said he just built a house there too.
Yeah, when they should, man, this that you know that's y'all brand right there. I mean, he, you know, when Cuban went from Dirk to Luka, you know. I mean, boom, you know.
Yeah. One shot. Brother, what you say, man? What say?
25 years old.
Right, for a 31-year-old who
I know that's
fragile.
Crazy. Yeah. You thought you had more years with him, no doubt.
Yeah. Has anybody been calling him street clothes down there, Ron?
Say what?
Has anybody been calling him street clothes? They did.
Yeah.
They have. I know. I figured they would. That's Charles Barkley's nickname for him, street clothes. That's Arch buddy, Charles Barkley. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Brother Howard.
All right, man. First of all, man, let me thank all y'all brothers, man. Y'all brought that fire tonight, boy. Everybody on the panel brought that fire tonight, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Brother Shed. Thank you, Brother Alfonso Mays. Thank you, Brother Brian Jackson. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Ernest. Thank you, Ron Fry. Thank you, Art Broom. Man, let me give y'all brother a big round of applause. Thank you for being who you are as we approach this Super Bowl. Y'all be safe out there. And look, in the words of Vince Lombardi, he said it very well. He said, it's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. And a Japanese proverb said this: fall 7 times, get up 8.
All right.
Life doesn't get easier or more forgiving, but we get stronger and more resilient.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
All right. KC by 10.
Yeah. We didn't get a prediction, man. We didn't get a prediction.
It can be by 1.
By
as
10.
long as they win.
I just hate they can't tie. Yeah.
Oh, they ain't gonna be
I gotta hear either Ernest Mouth or Cordell. So anyway.